Today we take on Eintracht Braunschweig in the Zweite Liga, and it's fair to say things have picked up since our opening day defeat. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for clicking play. Happy New Year. It is 2021 finally. It's been a little while, not since I released an episode, but since I recorded. The first episode of the season came out just a couple of days ago, but I recorded it about 3 weeks ago and I haven't touched the equipment since. So forgive me if I'm a little rusty. 3 weeks is a long old time. We've got a few games to catch up on before we get into today's match. I've done, I think it's 5 off camera. So we will get straight into it. First up here, you can see we're away. We win 3-0. A hat-trick from Marlon Ritter. And at 0-0, we had Jamilu Collins sent off. And it just didn't make a difference. We were just sensational. A brilliant hat-trick from Ritter. A good free kick, a good penalty. And it was just a really, really good victory away at 1860. And yeah, I mean, 25 shots, 13 on target. The home team didn't even have a shot on goal. And it was the Marlon Ritter show again as we took on VfL Bochum in the DFB Pokal. It was the first of a double header against Bochum. Well, not a double header. We had a game in between, but we had home games in the league and in this DFB Pokal match. They did equalise through Ganvula, but Marlon Ritter was on hand again very, very late on to smash home from close range and to see us safely through to the next round of the Pokal. We will catch up on who we've got in that draw because, quite frankly, can't quite remember. Marcel Schmelzer got sent off at 1-1, so again with 10 men, we've come out with a very, very good win. Then we were on the road to Darmstadt back in the Zweite Liga and another stunning victory. Lucas Spalvis getting on the score sheet here to get us off the mark. We were actually 4-0 up before the hosts got their goal. Marlon Ritter here playing a good ball to Pledl. It was a brilliant goal, that. A really good counter-attack, really good finish as well. Dominic Schad then played in Thomas Pledl down the right. He whipped it across for Chifchi to slot home. He's one of my favourite players in the team. Marlon Ritter, Lucas Spalvis, Hikmet Chifchi, all brilliant. And Tamas Shanto, what a hit that was for him. I think it might have been his first goal for us as well, that one. They did score a decent goal of their own. Not bad. But 4-1 on the road. And we didn't have a man sent off. Come on, get in. They did have another goal disallowed in the last minute. But it was a super performance, as you can see. Just a couple of dodgy ratings. The old FM21 fullback curse seems to be strong in this team. Just very clinical, really. I mean, we deserved the win. Probably a little bit flattering, but yeah, we just put our chances away. Then came the league match against Bochum, and again Marlon Ritter haunted the visitors. He got another brace in this game, but it was a very, very close match. It was a bit of a ding-dong. We were 1-0 up, got back to 1-1. We then got ahead there from Gottwald, and then a lovely goal again. Nice little move here. Finished off by Marlon Ritter again to put us 3-1 up just into the second half. And very, very late on, last minute or so, they did get a goal back, another really lovely goal. And you can see from the stats in a second when they come up, it was a very, very tight game. And to be fair, we were probably quite lucky to get away with the win here. But it is a win. It's all we need. You can see from the player ratings, it was not a great performance. Marlon Ritter, by far the best player. The rest of them, I mean, Gottwald did well, but only because of his goal. And the rest of them, very meh indeed. But a win is a win is a win, as they say, and we got another one here. An own goal got us off to a good start after, 95 seconds on the road again. We won 4-2 in this match. It was a really good performance. Spalvis there with a brilliant finish with his left foot. The lethal Lithuanian is He's doing well at second division level. I was a little bit concerned. I wasn't 100% sure he was going to do well. We made a few changes for this game as well, but I was really, really happy in the end with what happened. I mean, Redondo there, I think that was his first goal of the season. And it was just another really good result on the road. We didn't pick up a single booking either, which was the most pleasing thing, I think, to be fair. And a 4-2 win. And you may have guessed, since that Nuremberg defeat on the first day of the season, we've won every match. And that is quite sensational, really. So, yeah, I mean, you can see the Holstein Kiel ratings there. We were by far the better team. We thoroughly deserved the win. The back four were not great because, you know, they did let in a couple of goals. But look at that, they did have a man sent off at 4-2. And bizarrely, when we've had a man sent off in those first couple of games, we went on to dominate the game against 10 men. We didn't do anything. So, but as I said, a win is a win. And we also did have a couple of friendlies as well against Club Brugge and Cluj. And you know, they're there if you want to have a look at those. They were in obviously in an international break. So if we look at the table, Leverkusen, I will touch on that in a second because I know I forgot to do it in the last episode, and I got a comment asking how on earth Bayer Leverkusen got relegated. I will touch on that in a second. They are top, we are second, but we do have a game in hand. As I say, with 4 wins in a row now in the league, it's after that first game against Nuremberg, I did think, whoa, what is going to happen here? This is going to be really, really tough. But we've done pretty well, and we're taking on Eintracht Braunschweig today. They are second bottom. It is at home. I've picked it because I'm kind of hoping to get a win on camera. To be fair, I was going to go quite a long way into the season because, obviously, like I said at the start, it's been 3 weeks since I've recorded. And I wanted to get through the season a little bit. I don't like leaving it sitting dormant. It's wasted time. But then if you've got 10, 15 games to catch up on, it's just, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? So I thought it's better to leave it like that. We'll come back probably after this one, maybe for Arminia Bielefeld, or probably actually the Leverkusen game, I think. It's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah, it's got to be. And then you can see just down at the bottom here, the little highlighted bar here, that is our Pokal game, and I cannot remember who we got. Looking at the shapes of the letters there, and I don't know if you can see them because of me, I've got a feeling that's Holstein Kiel. And it is. It's Holstein Kiel at home. You could just tell they just look like an H and a K as the capitals. Yeah, so we've got Holstein Kiel, who we've beaten 4-2 away, as you've just seen as well in that previous game. So not sure that I'm going to do that one on camera. Again, it'll come down to it, but that's looking way too far into the future. While we're here, I'm just going to have a look at the transfer screen. I don't think we've got anyone to catch you up on, as there we go. There's a lot going on here. They are all ones that are coming in for the youth teams. They're not ones that I've instigated, but they're not ones that I'm going to block either. Manu Hernando we brought in. He's a really good looking centre back, and he's actually played for us as well. He played those 2 friendlies, and I think he might be playing today. And he's done all right. He's done all right. I mean, he looks really good for us. He's 6 foot. He's got good strength. He's got phenomenal heading, and his jumping reach is pretty good. You know, he's not ridiculously tall at 6 foot, but he's got a bit of pace about him. Bit of strength, good stamina, good natural fitness. I just think he's a good addition to the squad, and I'm really happy to get him in. Right, yes. So let me just bring it up. Bear with me. Bear with. So the playoff. You may remember last season we had the rather shocking news that Bayer Leverkusen finished in 16th place in the relegation playoff, and I watched both matches. I watched both the first to second division playoff and the second to third division playoff, and they were brilliant. They really were brilliant. They took on Hamburg, and Hamburg won. And it was a couple of great games. I think did this one go to penalties? Let me just have a quick look. I can't remember. Sorry, I'm doing this just because I completely forgot to do it in the last video, and I should have done. It went to penalties, and Hamburg. So they basically both won their home legs 1-0. And I mean, it was a very, very late goal. You can see from the first leg, Nadia Mamiri scored 13 minutes from time in their home leg, and then Bakary Jatta got the goal 3 minutes from time for Hamburg in their home leg, and then they won on penalties 4-2. So Hamburg went up, and if we have a look at the bring it up again, if we have a look, it was Jan Regensburg against Dynamo Dresden, I think it was, wasn't it? Why does it go reset? Yeah, against Dynamo Dresden. And again, it was the lower division team that went up, which is very, very unusual. It doesn't often happen that the lower division team wins these promotion playoffs. But these were brilliant games. They really were. As I say, I watched both legs of both playoffs, and they were superb. So it finished Dresden 2, Jan Regensburg 2, which... You know, it was a great result for Regensburg, obviously as the away team, and then they followed it up with then Dresden went and won at Regensburg. So, you know, after the higher level team, I'll get my words out. It's been a while, I'm rusty. After the higher level team got a good 2-2 draw, they then went and lost the home game, and it was mad. It was absolutely brilliant. But today we are taking on Eintracht Braunschweig. It should be a winnable game. It is our game in hand, I believe. Yeah, we're playing on the Monday. So if we have a quick look at the other results, Fortuna Düsseldorf and Köln drew. Holstein Kiel got a big win away at Karlsruhe. A 0-0 draw there between Union and 1860. Leverkusen won 2-1 at Darmstadt. They have had a lot of players picked off. They have kept a few of them, but a lot have gone. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens really there. So yeah, I mean, we'll get straight into it. We've played the least amount of games of anybody, so I'm still liking the way things are going. We have dropped the defensive line down a little bit. It is on higher, but not on much higher anymore. So this is the team that we're going with. It's pretty much our strongest team. Manu Anando does make his debut for the club today, because I was impressed with him in those two friendlies. Ritter and Spalvis picked themselves. Pledel, Redondo, Chifchi, Sickinger. I mean, it's a really good team. It really is. I love this team. I absolutely love this team. 8 changes from the last match. That was a friendly. Don't worry about that. Not an issue. Let's get into it. Come on. Oh, I'm so excited to get back into this. I've been every time I've loaded up FM and I've loaded up my personal saves that I do tweet about occasionally with Estudiantes. I load into these saves, this one and the America's Adventure, and I'm like, oh, I desperately want to get back and record. And we are here. We're finally here to record. As always, smash the like button and subscribe. And thank you so much for coming back. Thank you very much for being patient over the Christmas period. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and New Year, as well as can be expected anyway. And yeah, obviously lockdown now again, and it's just going to be rubbish again, isn't it? But it is going to have an impact on things for me, like recording, because I lose my free time when I'm in the house on my own. So very, very limited on when I do record. I will try and get as many episodes done as possible, because I'm loving both series, and I know you guys are too. So I really, really appreciate that. Right, how many questions have we got? Just two. Yeah, I mean, what formation are they coming in with today? Let's have a look. They are coming in. Ooh, that is a 5-3-2, but a very, 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 very defensive 5-3-2. Right, let's go. Come on, lads. Let's welcome in 2021 with a big performance here. I mean, let me, again, jump in the comments, let me know how you're getting on with your saves. You know, have you got bored of the save you started with? Are you still on the save that you started with? Have you moved on? Wow, this is not going well. Not a single thing happening yet. Let's encourage. Yeah, just, and in general, just how are you finding the game? You know, have you found any bugs? I keep hearing some people of bugs and things like that. The only one that Oh, Happy New Year. Tom Burrer has scored for Braunschweig, and the league's second bottom club have the lead. Was that straight? It was straight from Gikovic. That is what happens when you play a high line, and that is a super finish. That little dink, that is the theme of FM21, isn't it? Yeah, the only slight little bugs I've found in the game really are maybe the crap ratings that fullbacks tend to get. I've seen that a couple of times, people mentioning that. But other than that, I've not had a single crash. I've not had anything like that. I'm playing on a good laptop though, so I think when people say that my save keeps crashing or it freezes, it's just because you're overworking it. You've got too many leagues loaded up. You know you can't play on a Chromebook and expect to run everything. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to work, is it? So this is a terrible, terrible performance. Something got to happen here. Right, I berated them, and that's gone down well. Come on now, Shad to Sickinger. Shad again. Chifchi. Now Marlon Ritter. Something's going to happen here. This is looking good. Oh yes, Schmelzer. They're not even going out to him. Plays it in, Redondo, Chifchi, Schmelzer again, well worked. Headed away. First time back in! And Kenny Redondo scores his second of the season, and it's 1-1, 6 minutes before the break. That is what we needed. It's a really, really patient build-up. Liking that a lot. Good first time ball back in there. And Redondo, the left winger, getting up above the keeper like that. I guess he had the momentum, didn't he, of running in and doing that. It was... well, I mean, it's been a terrible half, and it's 1-1. I've had far more exciting halves than this, be goalless. So I guess we'll take it. But we are going to absolutely savage them. Absolutely savage them. I'm only going to point my finger, and I am not happy. Get out there and show me something, boys. Come on. I mean, I know, I get it, that formation they're playing, I mean, there is no ambition there from them at all, is there? But we're probably playing into their hands with the higher line. You know, you kick it over the top and they're in. And that is exactly how they're going to try and get in today. And it's worked. Those player ratings are atrocious, aren't they? Thomas Pledl's down to a 6.2. Well, I'm going to have to berate them again. Oh, Spalvis is on a 6.3. I'm going to have to do a triple threat. I'm going to have to do a triple threat and change it all around. Pledl off, Huth on, Redondo off. Oh, we don't have a left winger on the bench. Okay, Redondo's going to have to stay then. I mean, Marlon Ritter could play out there, but I don't really want him to. And to be fair, Redondo's not actually playing that badly. Spalvis can come off though, and we'll bring on Lucas Reza. And I'm thinking probably Chifchi, because he's got a yellow card. So it's a triple threat. And I think we are only at... yeah, we are back to 3 subs this season. I mean, this has been terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But at least we saw a lot of goals in the roundup. Oh, I thought we were going to scramble that in then. Highlight's going to come... is that a highlight? Really? Nothing happened. Really, we're going to get a clear... what? Where was the chance? Where is the chance in that? Wow. Scraping the barrel, I think there. We're going to win it. We are going to win it. Oh, and it's a debut goal. Manu Hernando. Get in. 10 minutes from time, and he sneaks in at the back stick here, doesn't he? Brilliant movement. Brilliant movement. Lost his marker and heads it in, and he's an instant hero, and it puts us top on goal difference. It puts us ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. My German team are Bayer Leverkusen because I live in Bracknell in Berkshire, and we're twinned with Leverkusen. So when I was getting into German football, we just moved to Bracknell, and driving in, you've got signs that say twinned with Leverkusen, and I was like, boo, they're my German team. So we're in for a titanic battle, I think, this season with them. It's another win. It's a terrible performance, but it's a big, big win for us. And the thing is, I came into this game and I thought, do you know what, we'll see some goals, we'll maybe win 4 or 5 and it'll be a good video to do. But seeing that lineup they put out, that 5-3-2, I mean, it was a bank of 5 and a bank of 3. That was really tough to break down. So I'm actually quite happy with that performance. So I'm not going to do a gesture, and I'm going to say good win, because he kept going, didn't give up. Second half was a lot better looking at the stats, and yeah, as I say, just because they are second bottom, it doesn't mean it's going to be an easy game. As I say, there was a whole bus garage parked there, and it took set pieces to get through, but we got through. So yeah, I am absolutely ecstatic. It was a fantastic effort, and it was no less than we deserved in the end to win that. And I'm buzzing on that one. I really am. Again, don't forget, that sort of defensive team you come up against, and they take the lead, you're going to struggle. You are going to struggle. You see it all the time, don't you? You see it all the time in real life. You do struggle with that. But I'm really happy with that. Really, really happy with that. It has to be said. I am going to do the next 4 off camera though, and it's got to be Leverkusen away. We've got to do that game. We really, really do. So we're going to do Dresden, Karlsruhe, Greuther Fürth, and Arminia Bielefeld off camera. And obviously in the next episode you will see what's happening in those games. But that is it for this episode. It feels so good to be back. Thank you very, very much for sticking with the channel. As always, if you did enjoy this, smash that like button, subscribe and turn on the notifications. Most importantly, share it as well. Just pop the link on your social media. It helps people find it. I have picked up a few subscribers recently, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't already, check in the description or up on the screen, it will have popped up. Just click the little eye, because at some point during this video, it will have popped up the America's Adventure series. So just click on that and have a look through that, because that should be a very, very good series as it goes along. I'm loving that one as well. And I will see you very soon for that massive, massive game away at Leverkusen. See you soon. Bye-bye.